Hello guys, and welcome to another plan with me. This week we're going to be planning the 23rd of October through the 29th of October. We're going to be using the 9-year bundle from SPC. Let's go over the kit first and foremost, and I have 2 foil bundles here. Okay, let me get some light over in here. So here are the full boxes. So cute. There's so many boxes, so many scenes. It's going to be a real tricky time picking what we want to use and what we're going to cut out. Okay. Cutting out the cat. That is an easy one for me. I hate cats. Definitely using the tall box. Love her. And then I used a bunch of the doodles already. So I do have the foil bundle that came with the kit. We have these quotes, which I'll definitely be using. The headers and overlays. We've got the icons and scripts, which I used a bunch of. The underlays. And then we've got the washi. And then I did do the bats foil bundle from my shop in Shattered Hollow, as well as I used one of my custom Maltese. On the bats bundle, we have this. The 2 underlays, the overlays, washi, quotes, or scripts and stuff. So I think I'm going to... I'm gonna test something out. I always have extras, underlays and stuff. So let us just do a little testy poo where we take one of these and put one of these underlays over it. And then if we don't like it, I might just do every other. I mean, it's pretty obnoxious. I think it's a bit much, so I think I'm gonna go with an every other situation. And now we know. I'm gonna be using my Printpression SPC Edit Planner with my same Printpression SPC Jumbo Vertical inserts. Let's pull it on out. Okay. As much as I would love to use black as a color, I can't be bothered to use like an extra color. That's way too much work for my little pea brain. Let's figure out what full boxes we are using. I'm like staring at it like, what's the word? Okay. Here's all the boxes we have. So we need 10 boxes. We're using her. 1, and then I think I like these 2 scenes the best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, one of the hands, and 7. I really like those. 8. Probably one of these. 9. And then I think, since I'm not using this scene, I'll use one of these girls. Okay. The setup has been decided. Let us just jump right on in and I'll get into this week, which had some ups and some downs, let's just say that. So Monday we had our standard PO drop, got groceries, got McDonald's breakfast. I came home and I filmed a bunch of videos, and then I did some work. And I was really tired, and then I read. Mondays are now, this was the last week of Chris streaming. He has since stopped streaming, and so I've decided that Mondays and Wednesdays are our designated no working on orders days, because like technically filming Plan With Me's and like other stuff I do on Mondays is work, but like it doesn't feel like work. The part that feels like work is like printing and cutting stickers. Like designing doesn't feel like work. Like nothing else feels like work. So essentially, Mondays are now like a no working on orders day. Okay, where did my tings go? Okay, here it is. My tweezers. Do I not have chapstick? There we go. It's also really cold today. It's like in the 30s, which is disgusting behavior for Texas. I'm going to be using these hole protectors, which this is hole 3 in the shop, and I'm going to be using the date numbers, which this is font choice 5. This is Shattered Hollow. You can also purchase this half of the sheet in the shop. It is called Weekly Essentials, and it comes with a set of date numbers, a set of hole protectors, and a set of corner overlays. It's really nice if you're like trying to go for mixed metal. can bring in like an extra color, or it's just something nice to maybe pick up in black to have with to pull into any spread, or just like core colors to pull in if you need them. So with that, continuing on, and then I read, I believe, what was I reading? Let me take a little peeky poo in the good old Goodreads. My books. Oh, I was reading Girl A by Abigail Dean. It was not very good. I only gave it a 3 stars, and that was being generous. It's honestly probably more of like a 2, but I think I started it that day. I think I finished No Exit by Taylor Adams, which that was good. I gave that a 5-star. I had 2 5-star reads this week. I had 3 books. Well, No Exit I started on the 20th, but like my finish dates for 3 books are this week. Honestly, rock star status. So I did that, and then went to bed. And then Tuesday I worked, and then me and Chris went on a lunch date. We went and got ramen, which was delish. And then had a YouTube binge. And then I've been binge watching Long Island Medium. I don't know why. Like, it's one of those things where like I just feel like very compelled to be watching it right now. And Teresa herself, like Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium, she, like, as a person reminds me so much of my mom. Like, she's got green eyes, big hair, shit ton of mascara. She's sassy. Like, that's all. My mom had big blonde hair, big nails. My mom was a nail tech. Like, she just reminds me of my mom. And then she also, like, talks to dead people. So I'm watching a lot of her. So I was watching some of that this night. And then over like the past, I don't know, couple of weeks, probably, honestly, I was talking to Andrea about it, and I think she's probably right, because she's basically always right, that like I have been like very emotional, very missing my mom. Like, I would say I've been like, the level of like upset and like sadness I've been feeling towards like my mom being dead over the past like 3 months is probably like, if like say like the first like 3 months after she died, that was like a 10 out of 10, it's probably been like a 9 out of 10, like the worst it has been since then. And I think some self-reflection that a lot of it is due to like Chris's dad passing away, and it's just like resurfacing a lot of feelings. So I was just really missing my mom that night. Wednesday I went to Andrea's, but on my way there I called my dad because, you know, trying to be a good daughter. And then I walked in and Nick is like, we're getting breakfast, and I'm like, okay. He's like, well, breakfast food, I don't know when we're going. And I'm like, okay. And he's like asking Andrea when she wants to go. She's like, I don't care, ask Hannah. And I was like, I don't care, like I can eat now, but I'm not starving, so I don't like need to eat now. And he's like, well, I don't know, like I'm pretty hungry, but like I don't have to. I'm like, Nick, you just want to go right now, so like let's stop like beating around the bush and let's just go. And he's like, yeah. So we went to this like diner, which was very weird. It smelled like an old church, and instead of having benches and like booths, it had pews. It was very bizarre, but it was pretty good. It reminded, like Andre was like, you'll get it because like I'm from like up north. We actually, I'm pretty sure, like grew up only technically like 4 or 5 hours from each other. So it's like same vibes. And I was like, yes, this literally reminds me of like a diner I would go to at home. The clientele, all 100 years old. It was a great time. And then we just decided we were gonna make a day of it. So they needed to go to Target. So like I was basically just like, we were just sister wiving it like we usually do. We went to Target, we went to Old Navy, we went to Ulta, and then we just decided we were gonna go to the Round Rock outlets. We got Annie Ann's pretzels, we went to Box Lunch, we went to Journey Kids, and they got Lila like a bazillion pairs of like the world's cutest shoes. Go watch her vlog and you'll see them all. She got like a little pair of Doc Martens, and they're literally the cutest little freaking things I've ever seen in my whole life. Could throw up thinking about it. So we did that. Then we went back to Andrea's house, and I think we may have played like a game during this time. Let me see, BG stats. Yes. We played 2 games of this game called the Uzzle, which is kind of like a take Jenga and make it like a competition party game, is like the vibes I got from it. It was like fine. It was a game that was sent to us, so I am very grateful for that. However, it was, yes, I'm using this girl. It was not sent for us to review. It was sent actually with no obligations, but we did play that and it was cute. It's one that I could see being like fun for children. We played a couple of games of that, and then we played this tile placement game called Alice's Garden, and I did literally so fucking bad. Like, Andre had like 40 more points than me. It was honestly embarrassing. This is really cute. Okay, so we did that, and then we had to drive like closer to me, so like 25-30 minutes away from Andrea, to go and meet with Amanda because Amanda had a wedding dress fitting. So on our way there, we did stop at Barnes & Noble. We each picked up 2 books, I believe. And then we went with Amanda to try on her wedding dress. And then we got Cabo Bobs. And then me and Andrea went back to her house and had our little girls' night game night, and we played Terraforming Mars, the dice game, which was so fun. It's in my top 5 games of the month. If you want to hear the rest of them, make sure to go check out that video for the October top faves over on the Board Game Girlies YouTube channel. Oh, here they are. I'm like, where are the rest of the things? Okay, I can do this. So played that, and then we played a game called Fog Love, which is we played On Tour New York Paris, which was a fun like roll and write type of game. And then we played Fog of Love, which is such a funny like game where you're like a fictional couple and you like go through different scenes of your relationship. It was hilarious, to say the least. Go with the mid-tone for this. Actually, no. Yeah, I guess I've already committed. So I did the mid-tone for this girl. I should have done the dark hand, but I'll do this dark hand. Have everybody represented in this spread, you know? I like her hand tattoos. They're cool. So yeah, that was girls' night. And then Thursday I slept in, and then Chris needed to go get something notarized regarding his dad. So we had to go to like a UPS store, I think, to get it notarized. Got McDonald's on the way home, watched YouTube, worked, and then this was the day my foiler broke. Okay, and it was a little bit spooky, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just sitting here, and then I just simply smell burning. Okay, and that's just like an alarming thing to experience. And I look over, and my foiler is smoking. So I unplugged it. Chris brought it out to the garage. And then I always, whenever I'm doing like this, instead of doing it this way, I will flip it so it looks like the color is just fading back out into the other colors. But I then had to order a new foiler, and like my foiler is like a freaking Fat Daddy, like, I'm saying industrial in quotation marks because clearly not, but it's meant to be like industrial. I think I'm gonna do the stars and then the bats. I don't think I'm gonna use the skeletons. I'm gonna do the bats on this one because I think it'll show up really nicely on the black. Well, actually, oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? That was so fucking stupid of me. But yeah, so that's kind of fucked. But basically, my foiler is like $600 to $800 depending on when you order it. The price varies, okay? However, I was able to find the exact one as like a certified like new refurbished one for only like $350, and they had like a code to get like $20 off. It was a great time, and it just shipped today, so hopefully it'll be here in a couple of days. But that happened, and basically I was just really upset. I ended up reading, planning, went for a walk, like trying to do anything really to lighten my mood because I was pretty distraught about the whole situation. I was very upset. obviously. Nobody likes having to spend hundreds of dollars on something they weren't expecting to. It's just really tragic times. So that happened, and then Friday I worked, YouTube binge, and then of course I was like, okay, trying to like think positively, I'm gonna just work on printing and cutting things, and then I'll foil it when I can. And then I didn't realize I was low on toner, and I ran out of toner, so I ordered it, and it said it would be here between 5 and 10. Yeah, no, shit didn't arrive until like 10:30-ish. Like, it was like, sorry for the delay, and I'm like, fuck you. We'll do these like fun headers on the sidebar. Cute, cute, cute. And then I have to decide if I want to do the bat headers. I think I'm going to do the bat headers, honestly, just because Shadowed Hollow is everything. Anywhoosies, so yeah, I was really annoyed, so I just took a nap because I was pissed off. And you know, some people's thing is like when they're upset they eat, some people cry. My two things are I wash my hair or I take a nap, and this fell into the take a nap genre. So I took a nap, and then I woke up and I made like shredded barbecue chicken, and then I read some more. This is the day that I started Hidden Pictures, and I read like the first 50 pages, and I was like, okay, word. And then Saturday I had to run to HEB twice because I'm a freaking idiot. The first time I went for baguette, got that, and then I realized I forgot all of the cheese for the dip I was making, because we were doing dips night for game night, and I was making a pizza dip, and I had forgotten to get mozzarella and grated Parmesan. I don't really know what possessed me to not put them on the grocery list, but something did, and it's embarrassing. So we had to go twice, and then I was working, and then I did some prepping. I prepped the dip so it would just have to go to the oven when we got to Andrea's house. Had Chris cut up the baguette, and then I cut up apples because I also made apple dip for dessert. Then we had, if it looks a little different, because you guys died. So we had game night, and it was literally one of my favorite game nights we've had in so long. We played this stupid little game. It was called Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. It's pretty popular. We had like the Halloween skin. We did like a Halloween themed game night, and it was... you know what, like, at the end of the night, I was like, this night was just so great, you know, even this stupid-ass game, I kind of liked it, and we were all like, you know what, I kind of liked it, too. I'm glad I did those headers, because I'm going to be using these overlays. Okay, so, we played that, and I won everything this night, like, honestly, I'm very proud of myself. And then we played Queen by Midnight, and I played as Boss No. Andrea gave us, we didn't pick our characters. Andrea assigned our characters based on the vibes. And she was kind of like a baddie, like hiding in the shadows, wearing all black, cutie pie. And this game was so fun. So basically you're each a different queen, and the premise is, or you're a different princess, and you all want to become queen, and you're trying to become queen by midnight. There's like this clock tower that each round the clock ticks, and like it's a new hour, and different things happen at certain hours. And then like at like, I think like hour 8, you have to pledge allegiance secretly to a different princess. And then basically if you die, you have like, whoever you pledged allegiance to, you can now like use, like each character has like a different ability to do like once their character dies. And so as long as whoever you pledged allegiance to doesn't already have somebody who's dead who has pledged allegiance to them, you're still in the game, and you still get a turn, and on your turn you like have, like, for example, Chris was the first one to die, and he had pledged allegiance to Andrea. So on his turn, he could either like look through her cards and discard X amount, I think that was like 5 cards, and then she can gain health back for however much those cost, and you're trying to collect clout, which is like your popularity. Or he could take the top 3 cards from like the store, it's called like the vault, I believe, and pick one of them and give it to her, and she can put it directly into her hand, because it's a deck building game, and typically in deck building games when you buy a card, it goes into your discard pile, and you don't pick it up until your discard pile gets shuffled into your draw pile. So whatever, so that happened, and then Andrea ended up dying, and she had pledged allegiance to me. And then hers was so cool. Basically, like, I had my ultimate ability, which attacked 2 opponents, since that's Nick and Tony. And then her thing that she could do to help me was essentially, it was like I could put put a card from my discard pile back into my hand, so I could just keep doing it over and over again. So basically I won, and it was great, and I loved it. Honestly, wonderful times. Okay, I've used 2 of these. I'm actually going to pull back out the washi page, because I'm going to use some of these little deco bits on this. Just do that and this to give her like a little something something. But yeah, so we played that, and then we played Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, which is basically like the game Betrayal but D&D themed, and it was so much fun. We had such a wonderful time. Honestly, it was just like one of the best game nights we've had in a very long time. Like, obsessed. Like, I just had such a good time. So yeah, and then we did pick our Secret Santa. We are doing like a $50 Secret Santa with like the game group. So we picked our person. The only thing is that like Tony's spouse is not part of board gaming. It's just not her thing. But for like me and Andrea, we just could not pick our spouse. Or me, Andrea, Chris, and Nick. Like, Chris and I couldn't pick each other, and Andrea and Nick could not pick each other. So that was like the only stipulation, I guess. Since there's 2 scenes, I'm just cutting this box and plopping them on here, baby. But I did not pick my partner. Chris did pick me and had to redraw. But got some ideas for my person. And yeah, then Sunday slept in, worked, got McDonald's, read, and watched Long Island Medium. And that is the base. I think she's pretty cute. Okay, we are zoomed in, and we are ready to rock and frickin' roll, baby. Okay, let me find the little things at Pagey Poo. So the thing is we actually don't need 5 little things. Isn't that wild? We just need 3 little things and a fancy label up top here. So that's gonna be for P.O. Drop, grocery store, McDonald's, and film. Cutie, cutie, cutie. So for post office drop, I'm going to use the envelope from the SPC bundle, which is in like a sparkly black. And then I'm going to use P.O. drop from my custom multi, and that is in Shattered Hollow and yeah, in font choice 2. I'm going to use the grocery cart from the SPC bundle, and then I'm going to use a groceries script in font choice 2 and Shattered Hollow. Then I'm going to use the hash brown from SPC, as well as a McDonald's custom in font choice 2 and Shattered Hollow. Then for filming, I've got the camera from SPC, as well as a film script in font choice 2 and Shattered Hollow. Then down here, I am going to use one of these cutie boys. And then I will mark that I was tired AF. Ooh, this is one of the kits where the patterns don't super duper match the colors. So I have to really like compare it to remember which color. This is the pink. I guess this makes sense. It's quite pink. Cutie, cute, cuteness. So for working, we have got the laptop. This is from the doodle sampler that was with the bundle, as well as a work script in font choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. For being tired, I've got the bed icon from the mini icons sheet from my shop, as well as Tired as Fuck, which is from the foil bundle in Shattered Hollow, but it is also font choice 5. Then we've got the books from the doodle sampler, as well as a read script from the SPC foil bundle. Moving on. Take this to mark work, and then I will use this to mark that Chris and I went on a date. So for working, we have got the retro computer from SPC from the Doodle Sampler, as well as a work script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. Then I have the ramen bowl from SPC, as well as a custom with Chris in Shattered Hollow. Move down here, we will use this little thing, a gray little thing, to mark YouTube binge, and then a pink label to mark binge watch, and then a patterned purple box to mark that I was sad. For YouTube binge, I've got the movie clapper from the mini icons sheet from my shop in Shattered Hollow with a custom YouTube binge script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. Then we've got the vintage TV from the Doodle Sampler from SPC, and then a custom LI medium in Font Choice 2 unfoiled. And then for being sad, we've got the angel wings from SPC, as well as a sad bitch script from my shop in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. Moving up here, the first thing I will be marking is that I talked to my dad on the phone, and then I did go to get lunch with Nick and Andrea, and then we were just simply gallivanting around the town. This is the gray pattern. Okay. So for being on the phone with my dad, I've got the phone icon from the mini icons sheet in Shattered, and then a custom with dad in Shattered Hollow. For getting breakfast with Nick and Andrea, I have this like super old bacon and eggs doodle from SPC in like a sparkly hollow, as well as a custom with A&N. And then for us shopping around, I do have the shopping bag from the Doodle Sampler, as well as a custom gallivanting script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. And then we did go to Barnes & Noble, so I'm going to mark that with this. And then we went with Amanda to try on her dress. And then we got Cabo Bob's. And then we had a little game night. It was so fun. This was also a really fun game night, honestly. The week was pretty banger beside. If my foiler hadn't broken, this would have been a baller-ass week. So for going to Barnes & Noble, I've got the book icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a with Andrea custom in Font Choice 2 in Shattered. For going to try on Amanda's dress, I've got the bride and groom from Once More With Love, and I have a custom Amanda dress. I'm just gonna cut it in half. Amanda dress. And then we got Cabo Bob's, so I'm going to be using the place setting icon from the mini icons sheet with a custom Cabo Bob's unfoiled. And then for game night, I've got the meatball from SPC, as well as a game night custom in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. And that's the first half. Moving on to the second, the first thing I will be marking is sleeping in. And then I will mark that went with Chris to do the notary thing. And then we got McDonald's and had a YouTube binge. Okay, so for sleeping in, I've got the face mask from the SPC foil bundles, and a sleep in script. This is from the Plannahannah foil bundle, but that's in Font Choice 3 in Shattered Hollow. Then we got the car icon from the SPC bundle, as well as a custom notary script in Font Choice 2 unfoiled. Then we've got the Happy Meal from SPC, as well as a fast food script from the Plannahannah bundle, but that is Font Choice 5 in Shattered Hollow. Then for YouTube binge, I've got the YouTube laptop from SPC, as well as the YouTube binge script, which is in the SPC foil bundle. Then down here, I am going to mark work. My mental fucking breakdown, because you know, it's literally how it be. And then I read blue for reading. Okay. Okay, so for working, we've got the printer from SPC as well as a work script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. For mental fucking breakdown, I've got this little emoji face. It's either Once More with Love or Coffee Monsters Co. I don't really know. And then in Shattered Hollow from the foil bundle in Font Choice 5, mental fucking breakdown. We have a little book doodle from the SPC bundle as well as a read script. This is in Font Choice 3. Friday, the first thing we're going to mark is work. And then YouTube binge, and then a good old WTF moment. So for working, I've got the packages icon from SPC as well as a work script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. For YouTube, I'm going to use the little movie clapper from the SPC bundle as well as a YouTube binge custom in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. And then I have Lottie rolling her eyes from SPC and a custom WTF script in Font Choice 2 unfoiled. And then I'm going to mark that I took a nap, that I prepped some food, and that I read. Purple flag, where are you? Okay, so for the nap, I've got the bed icon from the mini icons sheet as well as a nap custom in Font Choice 2 in unfoiled. And then for prepping, I've got the cutting board icon from the mini icons sheet as well as meal prep from the foil bundle, but that's Font Choice 4. Then for reading, I've got Lottie with her stack of books as well as a read script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to mark here is going to the grocery store, and then I will mark working, and then I will mark that I preppy-pooed some food. Okay, so for getting groceries, I've got the grocery cart icon from the mini icons sheet as well as a grocery script from the bundle, but that's in Font Choice 6 in Shattered. For working, I've got the stickers sticker from the doodle sampler as well as a work script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered. Then I'm using another cutting board icon from the mini icons sheet as well as a prep custom in Font Choice 2. Stomach is growling. Gonna use this to mark YouTube binge, and then I'm gonna use the pink flag to mark game night. And then if I have a blue big little thing, which I do of course, I'll use that for picking Secret Santa. So for watching YouTube, I've got the YouTube laptop from SPC as well as a YouTube binge custom in Font Choice 2 in Shattered. For game night, I've got Lottie with her cards as well as a game night custom in Font Choice 2. Then from SPC, I've got this Minnie Mouse Santa, and then I'm just going to use a custom pick Secret Santa in Font Choice 2 unfoiled. Okie dokie. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I just need to not use pink at the top. That is simple enough. Okay. Gonna use this to mark that I slept in. No, I am not. I'm using, the other box is gonna be patterned. Sure. I will use this to mark that I slept in. Macaroni. Okay, and then I will use this to mark work. So for sleeping in, I've got Lottie in her bed, and then a sleep in script from the SPC foil bundle. And for work, we've got the printer from SPC as well as a work script in Shattered Hollow and Font Choice 2. And then we got McDonald's, so I will mark that with this. Stomach is rumbling, you guys. And then I'm going to use one of these big old boxes to mark that I read, because I finished Hidden Pictures this day, and wow, what a ride. 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved that book. And then I'll use this to mark that I watched Long Island Medium. So for McDonald's, we've got the McDonald's bag from SPC with a takeout script in Font Choice 6 in Shattered Hollow. And then for reading, we've got Lottie with a stack of books, as well as a read script in Font Choice 2 in Shattered Hollow. And then we've got the TV mini icon in Shattered Hollow, as well as a custom LI medium in Font Choice 2 unfoiled. That's everything. Now I'll zoom on out and show you what's going into D-Stash. I always go the wrong way every time. Okay, there she is, you guys. Let me zoom out some more. She's looking stunning. So here are all the things that I did not use. Oh my goodness, so much. That. This one, we've got a whole full sheet of each of the underlays. Washies, I didn't use any of those overlays. A bunch of full boxes. And yeah, that is everything, guys. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then, well, give it a thumbs down. Either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.